happy Saturday. Happy first of the month. I know it's really early. It's, what is it? Happy March the 4th. I'm so excited to be here. Welcome to the Margo Burr Show, ladies and gentlemen, where we talk about my fashion, entertainment, and beauty show. And guess what, guys? We highlight all things in the fashion, beauty, and entertainment industries, and we also interview those in those industries. I believe that this is a big part of life that doesn't really get touched on in radio, so you guys already know I decided to do this show. This show is brought to you by Queens of Glam, which is our modeling, public speaking, fashion creations, and dance program for young girls ages 5 to 16. And let me just tell you, they absolutely love it. Let me tell you, we are into week 6 or week 5, and our queens love it. We're getting ready for a fashion show that we are preparing, which is going to be Saturday, May the 13th. All of our girls between the ages 5 to 16, they create their own fashion creations. They model them down the runway. They do public speaking. They exuberate self-confidence, and that's what it's all about. We empower our young queens now because they are our future, and we all, as you all know, this is a circle of life. We all get old, so we got to teach them right now while they're still young. You all can visit my fashion blog, which is www.itsmargoburr.com, and you already know I updated it yesterday. Let me just tell you guys, I really suck at blogging because I get inspired and then I don't get inspired and then I don't post for like a whole month, and then so let me just tell you, I'm going to do better at blogging and be better at taking more pictures and doing more shoots, so that way I give you guys more content. So yeah, so as you guys know, this is the fashion show, the fashion radio show. So I have some fashion tips that I'm going to give to you all right now. All right, so getting you guys all ready for the springtime. All right, so as all you guys know, February was a month of fashion weeks. Fashion weeks basically is over, so I got some of the top trends from spring 2017 that all came from New York Fashion Week. So I have 6 of them. The first one is seaside stripes. That is something that's definitely hot, that's definitely on trend. Khaki is another one, whether it's brown khaki, whether it's the army fatigue khaki is definitely in. 50 Shades of Yellow. My lovely Shelly here has on her mustard yellow, but shades of yellow is definitely on trend this year. Single shoulder cutout. You guys know that simple single, shoulder cutout. That's what's on trend. And the sleeve slits. And last but not least, white shirt dresses. Those are definitely on trend. Now I have some beauty trends for you guys. That's going to be huge in 2017. All right. So this is beauty makeup. So the first thing is fiery ombre lips. Fiery ombre lips, guys. Alright. The second one is arts and crafts nails. So if you have some fancy, fashionable nails, those will look good. The matte eyes, like matte nail polish, the dry look. It's not really dry. You're not crusty. It's just a dry, super fresh look. So matte eyes, matte lips. Guess what? Matte skin and diamond nails. So if you want to stay up to trend, you want to know what's going on, make sure you guys go to my website, www.itsmargoburr.com. I do have the top trends for the spring 2017 on there, so you guys can take a look if you're not too sure on what I'm talking about. I do have those looks up and ready for you guys to look at. So who just came in here is my sister, Queen HD, the DJ. Hey, sissy, do you want to come up and say something? You good?
Okay.
We're having so much feedback, but she's here. Make sure you guys tune into her. What is it? Radio show that she has on Fridays. Her DJing radio show.
Radio.
What is it?
Murderland Radio.
Murderland Radio. Queen HD the DJ, my sister. Make sure you guys check her out. All right. So guys, if you want to call in, the number is 410-481-1010. If you're calling in from out of state, the number is 1-877-704-1010. And guess what? You already know we are live online at WOLB Baltimore. So if you call in, it better be something positive. Last week we had somebody call in. It was just so funny, okay? I'm not even going to bring it up anymore. But if you want to call in, we have an amazing fashion designer in the house, all right? So getting into our interview, ladies and gentlemen, I have a young lady who I've had the pleasure of, it was like a thing where I met her, we knew each other, and then we kind of like separated again. And then I saw her via social media, and then we connected again. And her name is Jessica Williams. Jessica Williams has began her career in 2006 by starting her own women's ready-to-wear brand called Irregular Exposure. In 2009, Jessica attended the Art Institute of Philadelphia, which, by the way, I also went there too, where she graduated with her AAS in fashion design. While attending the Art Institute, Jessica was able to intern for well-known companies such as New York Fashion Week, where she later went on to showcase her collections. Today, Irregular Exposure is sold in over 50 retailers worldwide. Excuse me, she gets hand claps to that first and foremost. That's so amazing. Not only did she do that, she has grown her business tremendously through her partnerships with BET, VH1, emerging New York Fashion Week shows, sponsorships, celebrity ghost designers, and more. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Jessica Williams here. Jessica, hey, hey, hey.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
It's so good to see you.
You as well.
It's been, oh my gosh, how long has it been? It's been, you said you graduated, and what year did you graduate?
I graduated 2011.
Okay, so you graduated a year before me. I graduated 2012. So tell me, obviously we both are alumni from the Art Institute, but how do you feel like that the school has helped you prepare to where you are right now?
The school gave me so much insight. Like, it just taught me all the technical factors of fashion design, from how to sew, pattern make, sketch, everything. Like, the school implemented so many resources into me. Now, when it came to like business and learning how to properly run a business as an entrepreneur, that was something different.
Okay.
But when it came to the creative portion, I had learned so much at the school. So I loved it. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed living out of state for a little bit, and I know we connected because of that. We was like, oh, you're from Baltimore too?
Yep.
So I definitely enjoyed it. It implemented a lot in me.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this, before we get into your interview, do you think that where you are, do you think that you would be where you are if you went to school, or do you think you could have went without going to school, without college?
All right, so right before I came here, I did an interview with somebody. They were doing a study on black fashion design, and she asked me the exact same thing. I told her, honestly, I think I'm blessed that I went to school, but I feel like I might have been okay without it too.
Right.
Like, it's a big cost, and I feel like mentorship is so, it's very easy to find mentorship now with social media and things like that. So I think I've definitely would have went the route of mentorship or some type of guide that's been there before me, and I would have definitely reached a certain level. But I'm definitely satisfied and more than happy with my path. So
Right, absolutely. That's amazing. So tell everybody what inspired you to start your own business.
Well, I was inspired at like 14. I started my career because of my grandmother. She's a seamstress. Taught me how to sew, taught me how to pattern make and design. So that definitely helped me out a lot. After that, I come from a family that's been really, really supportive. My mother's super supportive. My dad's supportive. So just having their support really helped me out too. So yeah, I always knew I didn't want to work for anybody. I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I just never really wanted to have that 9-to-5 lifestyle, and I did have it for a while, but that's just never what I wanted. I always yearned for more, and I always had that creative background, so I knew I wanted to go into business for myself.
Absolutely. And I read about it. You said that you were at the time 23, making $55,000 a year, which was amazing. I mean, a lot of people don't even make that now.
Right.
So how did you break leaving your 9-to-5 to start your own business? Like, how do you know when it's appropriate for you? Like, did you have a certain amount of money in your savings account? Like, how did that work for you? How were you able to break that?
Well, honestly, it's no right time.
Okay.
It's like you're never going to be ready to do something new that's going to be fit. It's going to, first of all, be a fear of yours. You know, you're never ready. I knew that it was time for me to just make this step when I had been in my job for like 5 years. I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm sick of just being a part-time fashion designer, a part-time entrepreneur. I want to do this every day of my life. So I hired a business coach. I have a business coach by the name of Raven Jones. She actually has an MBA in business. And I told her, she actually used to be a client of mine. She used to get stuff made by me when I first started with like custom seamstress work. And I had always stayed in touch with her and saw what she was doing, and it was inspired. She basically is a business coach for that helps people get out of their 9-to-5s. So I had hired her. I told her, like, look, I'm ready to invest. I need you to get me out of here. So I was in a 12-month program with her. Within 4 months, I was out of the job. Within the first 24 hours of being an entrepreneur, I had made like $12K. So I knew, I was like, I can do this. So it wasn't really any right time. I just prayed on it. I definitely got the guidance from her to help me out first. So I didn't just jump out there without a system or a plan. So I definitely had some plans in place, and then I just was like, I'm just going to make this work. So, you know, since then, I haven't had anything that ever came up where I thought I couldn't overcome it. No, nothing like that. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited that I took the leap. But I think it's no right time. Just have a guide, have a mentor, and you just got to start somewhere. Just go for it.
Absolutely. So you travel from New York to Baltimore weekly.
Well, right now I'm traveling about monthly now. I don't have to go as much anymore, thank God. But one of my manufacturers, she's based there in the Bronx. So I go back and forth to meet with her. I have a factory up there that I meet with. A lot of my stuff is being made overseas now, so I don't have to go as much up there. But I'm still up there a lot, just networking, building. It's just a different world up there when it comes to fashion. Like, being from Baltimore, people don't know what I'm doing. They're like, what is this?
Right.
You know, so you have to go to where it's not foreign. So I'm always up there networking, always up there traveling, just to meet other people and just always connecting.
So you go to New York. Is it times where you follow people when they have like events coming up and you just go up there? And is that how? Because I saw something that said before you leave anywhere, you better make sure you have 100 contacts before you move to another state. So do you before you take your business to another state?
Yeah.
So do you go up there to how do you approach? Because there's a lot of people who obviously do the same thing.
Right.
So how do you approach people and be like, all right, I'm a fashion designer. Like, how do you build those relationships with people and keep those relationships without them feeling like, oh, she's just a fashion designer like everybody else?
Right. Honestly, I stay on top of my contacts. Every time I meet somebody, it's never just a one and done thing. Like, the first time I met Claire Somers, the owner of Fashion Bomb Daily, I met her in Atlanta almost a year and a half ago at an event. I just walked up to her, gave her a card. A lot of the other people that are there at these networking events, they're there just to, not really connect on like a business standpoint. It's kind of like I just want to go.
Right.
And I went with business. Okay. I'm like, here goes my card. Here goes the outfit for you. I need you to post this on Fashion Bomb Daily. This is who I am. I look up to you, blah, blah, blah. Ever since then, I stayed in contact, connected with her through email. Then it turned into something where I was able to connect with her even further. She had a networking event in New York. I went. She already at that point had knew who I was and everything. So I always make sure that I never just meet somebody one time. I connect over and over and over again. So that's my main thing. Anybody I want to connect with, it's never just a one and done. Like, I'm connected until I have your phone number in my phone.
Right.
So that's my thing.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So tell us about Irregular Exposure, aka IE Fashion Academy, and it's Irregular Exposure, right?
Yep.
Okay. And what does it do for aspiring designers?
So the IE Fashion Academy is an extension of my clothing line. It's basically a digital coaching service for emerging and aspiring fashion entrepreneurs. Pretty much you get 2 digital courses every month. They come with home assignments, accountability sessions with me, and we just assist and guide clients with starting their own brands. So I actually started this almost really like a year and a few days. It's been like an anniversary for it, probably like 2 days ago. So it's been like my 1-year anniversary. So I started it last year around this time, and it just really took off. Like, a lot of people were interested in learning, how do you have manufacturers? How do you have a team in New York and in China? How have you gotten your stuff into stores and small boutiques? So I pretty much helped them do that in 12 months or less. So we have only 4 spots left for clients in 2018.
Wow.
So it's really been successful. This year I've worked really hard on it. Like, we just took the girls to the New York City Fashion Retreat, which we actually took them to New York Fashion Week. We took them to a garment district tour, everything. So it's just been a really, really great experience. And we have, like I said, we have a lot of clients. Every client has their LLC. Every client is having their clothing line manufactured and produced. So everybody's working, and it's just good to see the people do the work, because I definitely understand. It took me like 10 years to get here, so I know the struggle. So to see them doing it in like 6 and 7 months, it's amazing.
And that's going to be good for you. Like, some kind of way you're going to blow up. You will. You're already on making your way, but you're going to end up blowing up, because you're going to end up being, you never know, you might help somebody else, and then they might become really big, and they're like, Jessica, help me, and that's going to make your business explode.
Exactly.
And I was reading, I had to do a lot of information. You got so much stuff. I'm just like, wow. Because, you have businesses, you have your fashion design business, but how do you know, like, for other people who maybe want to do the same thing, you obviously rolled out your online e-course.
Yep.
So how did you know that was the perfect route to go? Why didn't you do fashion show production or with that? What made you just do that one?
I didn't even know if it was the right route at the time. I just know that I enjoy helping people, especially other Black women. So that's where my inspiration came from. Also, with me having my business coach, and I saw how quickly I accelerated, I'm like, dang, this is like good. I can probably help somebody do the same thing in a creative field.
Right.
So once I created it, I realized, okay, I'm on to something. Right. Also, it was the easiest thing for me, because I'm good at designing. That's one thing I know I'm good at, is how to design and teaching somebody else how to create. So it came easy for me. Now, in regards to like other things and expanding into like fashion show production and things of that nature, like U.S. manufacturing, those are all things that are goals for me. Okay. But right now, this is like the main thing. Like, honestly, I I haven't designed a new collection in probably like 4 months.
Okay.
And it's because I've been so inspired and just so in tune with my clients. Like, this is truly what I love to do. So this is like the main thing for me.
Right.
So yeah, I absolutely love like coaching and just helping. And when we went to the New York City Fashion Retreat, that's our 1-year annual event. Just to see like the other girls connect. And I have clients all over. Like, I only have one client in Baltimore. So the clients are from like Houston, LA, Dallas, and all over. So just to see them all connect, it was amazing. Like, I feel like that's really my purpose on top of design. I feel like design was just a segue into this, honestly.
That's so great. That's so inspiring. And how old are you?
I'm 25.
She is 25, ladies and gentlemen. So it's no excuse why you're not a young hustler out here. Like, you've
exactly.
been doing, since you said 10 years, so 15?
Yep. I actually started, I guess you could say like 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I started like really, really young. And I got started because I was in a program. My mom had put me in like a, some type of program, I guess. I guess it was kind of like a young entrepreneurs program that the NAACP was giving. And she had enrolled me for the summer, and I had to come up with some type of creative field in order to get into the program for free on scholarship. So I was like, I'm pretty good at sketching. I guess I'm going to say I'm a designer.
Right.
And once I said it, I started actually putting the work in, and I was like, oh, I can really do this. That's really how I got introduced to it.
That's really great, Jessica. So what kind of difficulties have you encountered starting a new business? I mean, you have the fashion design business, Irregular Exposure, and you have IE Fashion Academy. How do you, what am I trying to say? How are you able to, have both of those businesses and not really be stressed out? Or how are you able to maintain both those businesses, and what kind of difficulties have you encountered having those businesses?
It never ends. Like, you're never going to be fully satisfied, like I said. And that's my biggest thing. It's just learning how to finish my day out, and if I didn't get it done, it's not done. It has to go on to the next day. So my biggest challenge definitely would be time management. Like, I'm up super early, working super late, trying to make sure I get everything done for my clients. Then I still have to sketch out my collections. Then with my manufacturers being in like China, they're like 12 hours ahead. So I have to stay up late night. Like, I'm on my phone texting my manufacturer at like midnight, 1 a.m.
Right.
So it's really just that time management and knowing when to turn on and turn off. That was definitely the biggest challenge for me. Also, I would say that finances was definitely hard when I first started. It is not cheap to get a collection manufactured. So that was a big challenge, trying to come up with the finances just to get my first collection done. And like I said, I had a really good job. I was making like $55K at 23, 24 years old with no children. Like, that's pretty good money. So I had it, but it was like just the ongoing investments. Like, okay, now you got the manufacturer, then you got to get the fabric, then you got to get the stuff shipped. And getting stuff shipped from China and going through customs is a hold up. So it's a challenge every single day. So I had to learn how to kind of start building a team. I have a really, really amazing administrative manager named Chantel that I don't know how I would do it without her. I don't even know how I've been doing it without her. So just building a team, I think, has been the biggest thing. And just having support. Like, I have so much support between my family, my brother, my mom, my boyfriend, Derek. He's amazing at just giving me that support. And he got on me the other day, like, where's your next collection? You didn't even sew anything. You're not designing. So just to have like those people in my corner is just a really big plus. So I think all those things have been really helpful.
That's amazing. So as like for aspiring designers, artists, people trying to get into entertainment, like actors or whatever, it's people that move to New York to try to pursue their dream with $5,000 in their pocket. How were you able to maintain? Because you obviously had your full-time job, which was steady money, and then you had to reinvest back into your business. So I know there was times when you were at rock bottom. So was that where the family support came in, where they helped you out, or how did you get through that?
Right. Honestly, I just knew how to save money. I am, to this day, I know how to be frugal. Like, I really know how to save money. So I didn't have like any huge investment from like my mom or family or anything like that. Honestly, it was just me learning how to save. Like, I was looking at where I was wasting money. Hair every 2 weeks, nails. I was like, no, like, that's it. I stopped going out a lot. Like, people used to see me out in the mall, like, where you been at? Like, no, I'm just really stacking up this money to make this brand work. So that was my main thing. There's so many resources out there to help you too. Like, I definitely have had applied for a loan at a bank before. I was so young, I didn't have business credit that I had got declined. So I was like, okay, I just need to save up $5,000 to get my first collection done. I definitely did get a credit card, but I was really smart with my credit. So I had got a credit card to invest in my first manufactured collection. But you can do it with whatever you have. I have done events with like $500 to my name when I first started. I did fashion shows with like $600. My first New York Fashion Week show that I got into, it cost me all of $300 to get the stuff made, like to get it manufactured. Like, you just gotta know how to network and budget. Like, and that's another big thing. Me having a good network really helped me save money a lot of the times too. I could definitely go into business with somebody and we would do a joint venture. And also having that skill set to fall back on. Like, even though I have manufacturing now, like my first collection I did with $300, that's because I knew how to sew and design, so I didn't have to, you know, use any extra resources to pay for manufacturing. So you got to know how to like really save, and that's for anybody that wants to be a actor, anybody that wants to do anything. You know, you have to know how to save and start with what you have. Like I said, I used to go to New York every single week on the bus, like on the Margo bus, on the Greyhound, just getting it done. I don't care if I have to go for one day and come right back. If I can't afford to get a hotel, it's no excuse. Like, just get on the bus, go back, and I'd be at work the next day. Like, I remember my supervisor would let me off if it was an event in the middle of the week. I would go to the event, come right back, and be at work 7 a.m. the next day. It's just, I just don't take excuses, and I don't make any. So I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, and that's why you are where you are right now, because you didn't make excuses. There's no excuses. Get it done. It's ways that you can get around it.
Exactly.
And it's not like New York is in LA where you got to get on a plane and do all the extra stuff. It's right there. You could drive there. You catch the bus like you do. Catch the Amtrak. 2 hours on an Amtrak. It's cheaper on the bus though for a trip. So I understand. That's amazing. So you said you had a business coach. So how effective is having a business coach? How important is having a business coach in any business or in the fashion business is it to have?
I think it's so important. Like, now that I've actually had it, and you know, I'm a product of it, and I see where I am now from it. I think it's like, I honestly prefer that over school. Like, if I knew about business coaching and mentorship when I was in school, I probably wouldn't still be owing Sally Mae. You know, like,
okay, can't clap to that, because we both in the same boat. How about that? Sally Mae, you ain't getting your money no time soon. But
I pay her on a monthly basis, but I just always be like, oh, this is such a dumb bill. Like, because at the end of the day, I still had to go pay for education elsewhere to get to where I am. So I just feel like it's a requirement to have a mentor. Like I said, I have the business coach, and I finished with her program, but we still stay in touch, and we still, you know, bounce ideas off of each other. The people in my network, like one of my really good friends, Nicole, she owns a boutique by the name of House of Chic in LA. Like, we were just connecting, talking about a new venture that we want to do together. So just having people in the network makes it so much easier for you to, and they are mentors as well, you know. So I think it's like a requirement at this point. Like, I have a mentor in Dallas that has a boutique, and she's teaching me a lot about in-house manufacturing in the U.S. I'm actually about to expand my brand, and I'm looking into real estate a lot. So that's something that me and my boyfriend are getting into, and my brother actually has a really successful real estate company, so he's been a big mentor for me. So I have to go like to Atlanta. He told me, like, I'm having a class, and I'm also going to be showing you a couple of houses if you can come down here. Like, I just feel like it's no excuse. Of course I'm going to go in 2 weeks to Atlanta, and I'm going to have my notebook. Like, so I'm all about mentorship, no matter if it's a family member, a friend, whoever can help you, just get the mentorship. And people are out here willing to help. And also, like, business coaching, like, I know my academy, it's probably like 80% less than what I pay of one semester at Art Institute. And you're learning from somebody that already reached that success level instead of learning from a teacher that may have wished they reached it, but they didn't, so they ended up teaching you.
And they can't even teach you how to make $1 million, because they ain't making $1 million. They may be making $1,000.
Exactly.
That's so cool. So how long, this is the last question because we have to get ready to wrap up, but how long did it take for you to start, how long did it take from starting your business until you actually started seeing results? Because I know sometimes when you start a business, you do Fashion Week, and you expect yourself to blow up. And sometimes you may get discouraged. So tell us how that process is. Like, how long, does it normally take 3 years? How long is the process?
Like I said, it took me 11 years, really. Like, but I was only 14. Now, it took me, I would say, about 4 years of consistency to really start seeing, like, sales and see stuff on my website start selling. That took about 4 years for my clothing line to really get there. And that was while I was working my 9 to 5. So I was really still a part-time designer, but I was putting in full-time days.
Okay.
Now, in regards to like my Fashion Academy, that took off immediately, and I think that's because of the work I had put in with
Yes.
the clothing line. So altogether, I would say like 5 years. But I mean, it depends. It depends on how hard you're gonna work. It depends on what type of mentorship you have. I've seen people, like I have one client right now, like she's already on the verge of like being in like 4 retailers, and she didn't even launch yet.
Wow.
And she's been with me 6 months. So that, you know, it really depends. But she's hungry. She's putting in the work, and she's only 19.
Wow.
So it depends. It really does. So yeah.
You're in 50 retailers. Over 50.
Over 50. Small boutiques. No huge retailers. We'll say yet, but I'm not even. That's not even a goal of mine, really, just because of like how their contracts are set up and stuff. Like I always compare it to like the music industry when people ask me about it. Like, you know how when you're independent in music, you always can. You have so much more flexibility. All your income is yours. When you're trying to get into like Macy's and things like that, and I have spoke with like a lot of department stores and things like that. They want you to do like consignment, where you'll give them like 200 pieces of clothing for free, and if they don't sell, they take all the profit. Like, so I'm not really interested in that. So I have like a lot of small boutiques, a lot of boutiques that have a lot of different locations that I sell with under private labels. So yeah, but it took a long time. Like, it took a long time, and I'm still growing. I want to be in 100 boutiques. I want to be in 200 after that. So it's definitely still growing.
That's so amazing. I'm gonna give you another hand clap. Jessica, you're so inspiring. This is so great. So if people want to follow you, they want to buy your clothes, they want to get to know more about IE Fashion Academy. How can they go about doing that?
So you guys can follow me. I'm really, the only social media I'm really on is like Instagram. I have a Facebook, but I don't get on it. So for Instagram, my personal Instagram is irregular_Jess. That's JESS. For the Fashion Academy, go to at IE Fashion Academy, and then my clothing line is at Irregular Exposure. And you guys can check us out online as well at iefashionacademy.com and irregularexposure.com.
Woo, Jessica Williams, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth hand clap of the day. This is so great. We appreciate you so much for all your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you have to come back anytime. You're welcome. Whatever you want to do, keep us when you launch your new fashion. When you launch your next line.
Yes.
Come back. Anything I could do. If you want me to be like a brand ambassador model, anything, just let me know. I just love what you're doing, and it's just such an inspiration to see us black women just working hard. And Jessica, just keep moving forward and keep pushing.
Thank you so much.
The Lord is on your side, so keep it moving.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, Jessica. All right, so that was Jessica Williams, ladies and gentlemen. She is amazing. She's such an inspiration. Make sure you guys follow her and keep in touch with her. All right, so now we have our advertiser who's online, and her name is Jardin. Is it Jardin or Jardon? Which one is it? How are you?
Margo.
Good. So put your plug in for your business.
Okay, so my business is Glitz by JC. We are a hairline company that prides itself on quality hair, extensions, and customer service. We research all of our vendors and try all hair before distributing to our customers. Glitz also gives back to women who suffer from alopecia or losing hair from any sicknesses or disease. We offer student discounts throughout the year and pickup service. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Glitz by JC. That's Glitz, GLITZ by JC for discounts and exclusive offers. And I hope to see you all soon.
Yay! Thank you so much, Jardin. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I'll be in touch for that for the brand ambassador.
Yes, please do.
All right. Yes, take care, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our advertiser for the day, Jardin. She's amazing. I can't wait to get some more hair. I got 2 businesses, Palace Bundles and Renee's Hair Care. Thank you so much for the hair. Thank you so much to Lilac Cosmetics for the lip gloss. She gave me like 6 different lip glosses. Thank you to, what is that store? Shop FW? Yes. Fashion Worthy, that's what it is. They're LA brand based. Thank you for the stuff that you've given me. So people just look out for me all the time, and I really appreciate it. So yeah. Oh guys, we're always up against the time. It's almost 2:30. Hey, don't forget about Queens of Glam, which is our modeling, public speaking, fashion creations, and dance program for young girls ages 5 to 16 in the community, where we help girls with self-esteem and becoming a better female. We do fashion shows in the community. The winter/spring glam sessions has begun, and it will go all the way until May 6th, with the showcase being May 13th. We also have a new program we're rolling out called Runway Queens, which starts on Wednesday, which is just straight modeling and modeling terminology for young girls ages 4 to 12, because we had a lot more younger kids wanting to sign up. So make sure you guys sign your kids up if you have a daughter, niece, whatever female you have in your life that you would like to be a part of modeling and you want to see them elevate in their self-esteem, Queens of Glam is the place to be. Be sure to tune in, not next week, but the following week, which is the 14th, I want to say. It might not be the 14th, it's the 18th. We're going to have a fashion panel of a couple women. We have 2 fashion stylists as well as 1 makeup artist coming in. And we're going to talk about fashion spring trends. So you guys don't want to miss out on that. Make sure you guys keep it locked. I'm your girl, Margo Burr. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks for everybody that's listening. Thank you to Jessica from Irregular Exposure. You're the best.
Thank you.
All right. So we will check you guys out in 2 weeks. I appreciate you all. And you already know it's the Margo Burr Show. Bye.